Hi folks, Rahul here with yet another much awaited review. Today we are checking out the Lenovo K3 Note. The phone, which was recently launched by Lenovo, is on sale via the flash sales mechanism on Flipkart. Priced just under Rs 10,000, the phone has a great feature set on offer which makes it a good buy. You have already seen us unbox the phone in one of our previous videos. It's now time for us to put the K3 Note through a grilling test. Let us find out if this phone is worth spending your hard-earned money. The Lenovo K3 Note has a very understated, classy look to it. No, it's not something that would make you turn your head and ogle at it, but it looks good for a Rs 10,000 handset. If you have seen the Lenovo A7000, you have also seen the K3 Note. The body is made of plastic, which again is of decent quality. The front fascia of the K3 Note is dominated by the 5.5-inch display, which incidentally is a full HD panel. This is perhaps the first phone to offer a full HD panel just under the Rs 10,000 mark. And it is a vibrant display with good viewing angles. In fact, it looks much better than most other handsets in its price range. Also on the front fascia is the earpiece and the front-facing camera at the top, followed by the 3 capacitive buttons at the bottom. On the right side, we have the volume rocker keys and the power button. The left side as well as the bottom part remain completely devoid of any ports. On the top, we have the 3.5mm audio jack as well as the micro USB port. At the back, we have the 13 megapixel main camera with an LED flash at the bottom. The secondary microphone and a loudspeaker too are seen on the back panel. Removing the back panel reveals the 2900 mAh removable battery. Some of the units that were sent for review faced an issue with the battery being stuck inside the phone. This unit, however, did not face the problem. The twin SIM card slots as well as the slot for the memory card are also located underneath the back panel. Moving on to the hardware. At the heart of the Lenovo K3 Note is a MediaTek MT6752 chipset that houses an 8-core ARM Cortex A53 base chip running at 1.69 GHz. The chipset is also home to the tried and tested Mali T760 GPU that is also seen on several other mid-range devices. There is an impressive 2 GB of RAM in the device as well. However, we noticed that at any point of time, even with all the apps closed, the phone barely had 900 MB of free RAM available. The phone has 16 GB of internal memory, out of which nearly 11 GB is available to the user. The phone also supports memory expansion using SD cards. We also tested a 128 GB card on the phone and it worked perfectly. Overall, not a bad kit for under Rs 10,000. The Lenovo K3 Note runs Android 5.0 Lollipop over its own custom UI known as the Vibe UI 2.0 and is pleasant to look at. It comes with a bunch of themes pre-installed that you can use to customize the look and feel of your phone. The Vibe UI 2 lacks an app drawer, just like the case is with other UIs that have origins in the Far East. Android purists may scoff at this, but in reality, let's admit that there are a few nifty advantages these custom UIs possess. Let us talk about a few of those. Hidden under the settings icon are a few features that you might end up using quite frequently. I was particularly impressed with the quick snap feature that lets you do exactly that, take a quick snap without having to unlock the phone. Now, this feature actually takes a picture the moment you press the volume key twice. We have in the past also seen this feature on the Honor 4X and still think the Honor 4X was slightly faster. The phone also supports double tap to wake up, but the feature comes switched off by default. Then there are the gestures for opening applications from the lock screen. For example, you can draw a V on the lock screen to open up the camera app. Drawing an O opens up Chrome. You can also customize these apps. Thanks to Android Lollipop, the phone also supports various user profiles and gives the option to put the phone in guest mode where the user will not be able to access your messages and social media accounts. The phone also supports an ultimate power saver mode that will make the phone last for several days. However, you will only be able to access the keypad, contacts, SMS and clock in this mode. The K3 Note gets a 13 megapixel rear camera with an f2.2 5-element lens. The front camera can take 5 megapixel selfies. This is a 3-element lens with f2.2 aperture. Video recording is supported in Full HD at 30 fps. It can also do 720p and 480p videos. Here is a sample video. The main camera on the K3 Note takes decent pictures. For a phone in its price range, the camera certainly impresses us. The camera UI is also very simple to use and does not have too many options that would end up confusing you. The phone supports HDR mode as well. The low light imaging was commendable with the flash adequate enough to fill up a small room. The front camera takes good 5 megapixel images as well. In fact, even the front camera supports Full HD video capture. Simply put, you would be quite happy with the camera performance on the K3 Note. Here are a few sample images. Being an Android device, multimedia capability is quite high on the priority list of the K3 Note. The phone supports a wide variety of audio and video file formats. It comes with a native video player as well. The default audio player is Android Play Music though. It also comes pre-installed with the Guevara music streaming app. One of the much touted features of the K3 Note is the support for Dolby Atmos. The good thing about Dolby Atmos is the fact that it acts as a universal equalizer and music control tool across various applications. However, in daily usage, Dolby Atmos fails to impress. We felt it was more of an overkill to put the same on a mobile phone. That said, having a Dolby certified badge on the device does add a bit to the brand value though. That said, with or without Dolby Atmos, we were pretty happy with the music playback capability of the phone. The K3 Note even managed to try our Tascam TH02 headphones with ease. We're pretty sure the K3 Note will leave you happy with its music performance. The phone also gets an FM radio, although it does require an earphone for it to work, which the phone does not come with. The FM radio app is pretty feature packed and supports recording as well. You can also store your favorite stations and play using the loudspeaker. My experience with the K3 Note started off on a good note with the display and the UI impressing me. However, upon the past 20 days during which the phone acted as my primary device, there were times I managed to get frustrated at it. The phone lags occasionally, and when it does, it becomes next to unusable, and the only real solution is a reboot. When I tried a game on the phone, Asphalt 8, it started off well but becomes unplayable after a while. This was disappointing because I had already checked out the Meizu M1 Note, which has the same chipset and plays the game with ease. That said, the phone would easily handle less intensive games. Overall, we still feel there are some rough edges that Lenovo can fix to make this phone better. Call quality was okay and the earpiece was exceptionally loud. We did notice the tendency of the phone to heat up during calls. The rather high SAR value also worried us a bit. In our daily tests, the phone managed to easily last a day of usage with a normal usage pattern that includes a few calls, 2 hours of cumulative web browsing on Wi-Fi and cellular data, streaming a few videos on YouTube, and using the camera occasionally. One thing we did not like was the fact that it took well over 2 hours and 30 minutes for the battery to charge from 0 to full. The Lenovo K3 Note is a great handset, even with some of the rough edges I pointed out. What makes it a good buy right now is its price tag of Rs 9,999, which makes it one of the most affordable feature-packed devices you can buy. The Full HD display, 16GB of memory, and the micro SD card slot is an added advantage as no one else offers these combination of features for the same price. The only real competition to the K3 Note comes from the Meizu M1 Note, which got a price cut recently. However, the M1 Note does not get a memory card slot, but has a better display and faster performance. So keep that in mind when you finalize your purchase. That was our review of the Lenovo K3 Note. In case you have any queries and questions regarding this phone, please do let us know in the comment section below. This is Rahul Srinivas signing off for MySmartPrice.